Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's actually HELO here, bringing you guys basically a how-to video for like air cav tactics. I was playing 35th over here. I'm gonna try not to mouse over the other player's name because I don't know. I just think it's kind of rude to like put them on blast like that. Like I'm not really putting them on blast, but I don't know. I just feel like it'd be rude to like put them in like a how to destroy them video, you know? But just know this guy's in the top 30. Um so really good player. I'll show you guys the proof afterwards, but anyways. So here's my strategy. Like I'm deploying bunch of my 35th for deploy infantry. It's going to be like 2 iglas just for some anti-helo, 2 metas, 2 spetsnaz, 2 spetsnaz OP, 2 Destiny BMDs, and basically my thought process for this, I'm going to pause it because everything happens very quickly in this match. My thought process, well, what usually goes on this version of the map is you can rush Spetsnaz or your forward deploy infantry up to here before it encounters like recon infantry right there. And same thing over here, you can get it up to here-ish before it encounters recon infantry here-ish. The start of an Acula AA just to stop any potential helo rushes that he could do. He's playing 39th, and 39th, they love to start with helos, man. So I wanted to shut that down immediately. That's why I had the Acula AA, and that's why I had the MiG-29 out. And the MiG-29 is also there to kill any planes that could dive onto my Acula AA. Now, this MiG-29 is the one with the bad short-range missiles instead of the one with the good ones, because I want to preserve the ones with the good ones for later on in the game where the air war could possibly get more intense. But you see what I'm talking about. I'm out here with all of this shit. He started the game with 3 Strelas. He's quickly buying a 4th, which is, it's a good read, really good read from him. Honestly, he saw 1 helo. He knows that there's a plane out as well. So it's a good read. So I'm just gonna start pushing directly into here. I'm getting my Acula AA over for some fire support. BMD get domed by the BMP-1P. BMP-1Ps are really freaking good, dude. Like, actually, do not underestimate them if you haven't figured that out yet. Strela 10M does kill my Acula AA, and at this point, I'm starting to get my air cavalry platoon constructed, you know. Off to the side over here, he has a leader, and he has his mechanized force. And over here, he's doing a really good move. This is what good players do: is they just get behind you, cut off your reinforcements, you know, circumnavigate. Good players know how to do strategic stuff like this. Now, there's a Strela over there. I have 2 of my shitty MiG-23 MLs out, shitty and cheap. And basically what I'm doing at this point right now with all my planes, I really shouldn't have been doing this with my MiG-29, but I'm just trying to deplete the Strela of its ammo, right? So the Strela only gets 8 shots. I think it's almost out of ammo at this point. I did lose one of my planes. That's fine. I lost 2 of my planes, but those planes were out there to die anyways. The only reason why I brought the MiG-23s in my deck was for a different tactic I might go over in a later video. But you see at this point, my Mi-24V, my air cavalry platoon, is engaging the enemy, and he is completely out of ammo on this Strela. That's why he's rushing his snab forward so fast. But I'm gonna devastate this in my first assault right here. Absolutely devastate it. Over here, his mech is being really slow at trying to dislodge me because, you know, zombie horde meta and whatnot. And he's got an Mi-24K out that I do perceive as a large threat, so I'm going to go for it. The Strela has reloaded and remained hidden because I don't have any recon in the area to spot it. And all of my Mi-24Vs are currently out of ammo because they do have short ammo carrying capacities. But with the M24K destroyed over here, now I'm going to realize, hey, my shit's about to get fucked up because of all this fire support. So it's time to withdraw into the town, where, like, deeper into the point on the side where he really can't see me easily. So that's what I'm going to do to try to keep my forces from dying. Over here at the very beginning of the game, you notice I just did rheostats, bought in one Conkers with the RD robot. It deployed like here, dropped the Conkers, fast moved the robot over here. Now I have a pretty good ATGM wall, just like that, really cheap. Almost just 200 points for 2 ATGMs and 2 exceptional optics recon vehicles. Very good. Back here, my HELO cavalry platoon is back up and ready for action. I really should have deployed them all at the same time. Now we're gonna go into my POV here. And I can't see anything. I know that there's a Strela somewhere over here, but I know that I can outnumber it. So there's a Strela here and a Strela over here as well. This one is out of ammo, however. This one only fired 2 shots before I was able to get the massive 120mm rockets on top of it. And if you notice, these actually fire 200 meters farther than the 80mm ones fire, which is really freaking good for AA hunting purposes, which I do a lot. Going back into neutral here. You can see he's still focused on deploying, trying to do mech. He's getting behind me pretty well. Also. Into the town Zulu. Which is a good move for him. This Strela right here is basically, it has 1 shot left, man. And none of my helos have died yet. Over here, you see he's deploying shit tons of AA because he knows he's finally gotten onto my aircraft tactics, but he might be a little bit out of position with his AA. He really wants them grouped up because if I can go 2-on-1 with any of his AA units, I'm gonna win. Barely missed that Strela. Deploy 2 of the Mi-24Vs to get up and do something about this. And I think I do see that Mi-9 rolling in, and I'm trying to prepare myself to deal with it. At this point, I have 2 Aculas now a part of my air cavalry platoon, which is going to be very hurtful for him. We're going to go back into my POV. So I see those. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're OSAs or Strelas. I should have been able to tell by how massive the rockets were that they were OSAs. I think I thought that they were OSAs. Yeah, see, I identified them as OSAs at this point. OSAs only get a few shots. They only get like, how many shots do they get? I think they only get 6. Yeah, they only get 6 shots. So I'm aware of this. He already killed one of mine. If this hits, which the odds are kind of low for it hitting, I'd lose my Acula, which would basically destroy my my entire strategy here. But it doesn't. The RNG rolls in my favor because once again the Aculas do have 20% ECM, and against the OSA at 1 vet, which is I think 55% accuracy, that's gonna land you somewhere in like the 39% chance to hit range, which is really low. So it's an effective gamble if he's shooting at my Acula AT. It's a pretty alright gamble. Sending my MiG-23 MLs back out just to absorb more of those AA shots and to try to kill that Mi-24V that's pestering my units over there. This MiG-29 flying over, pretty bad move, but I got a lot of good rolls right there. Really lucky for me. Back over here. So I did deploy the Mi-26 pretty early in the game as well. I think it was on like minute 5 or so that I deployed it. And this isn't effectively like just a flying fob, which is awesome. He finally brings out one of his fighters. I bring out my SID plane, do get that OSA, it's pretty good. Now the SID plane has a lot of ECM, so once again I'm flying him around to just waste his ammo entirely. That move where he put the Mi-9 back here was a pretty good one. Too bad he couldn't rush up a CV into Zulu somehow. He's only neutralized me. But being neutralized isn't a problem at all for me. Even if he starts ticking on me, it's not really a problem, because what I'm trying to do with this air cavalry strategy is I'm trying to entirely eliminate all of his AA and leave him completely unable to defend. Now there is this one Strela right here, and this one Strela only has one shot and it's out. There's another Strela over there that is completely out of ammo, very unfortunately for him. MiG-23 MLD comes out. It doesn't have the best rockets to my my remembering, and I just kill it with my 2 MiG-29s that I have out and about. And my helos now are just gonna mop up his infantry because his AA wasn't well enough supplied or well enough grouped to be able to take on my helo cavalry platoon. Akula spots the CV over there and kills it. Pretty nice. Pretty fine and dandy, yes it is. Now, at this point, you can see nothing else is on the field. He's kind of probably thinking, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what am I playing against right now? Which is a fair thought. I'd be thinking the same thing, because it's insane. Now, the good thing about this type of strategy, where you're going out air cavalry platoon as, like, your main fighting force, is that, well, if he pushes me in Oscar towards X-ray, right, I'm gonna know. And I'm gonna be able to pick him off with my helos. Helos are really, really good in defensive manners, even better than they are in an offensive manner. Helos are exceptional at that. Especially the Acula, which, with its 2,800 meter range on the Vicar and its 12 shots, is just a nightmare to deal with for players who are trying to be offensive, because I am matching the majority of AA range. I'm matching or outranging it. Now I get the CV back up into here. He hasn't fully eliminated any of my units over here. Instead, he did what smart people do and just fucking bypass it. I can just go around. I have other reinforcement routes that are unhampered. I did kill that Osa right there, and I don't get to use my air cavalry platoon again, which is kind of saddening, but at the same time, it is what it is. So, rank pretty high, man. A lot of wins. All right, so this guy's legit, and this strategy is also legit as fuck. We come back over here into units killed, and what you're gonna see is that I killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of his AA units, and the majority of those were killed by helicopter, with the exception of one. One was killed by a ground unit. All other 9 were killed by helicopter, which is pretty nuts, and seed as well. So 7 were killed by my helicopters. Pretty freaking nuts, dude. It's awesome. But yeah, man, I just wanted to show you guys this. Now, if we go into his deck, which I did pull his deck was very susceptible to this, but a lot of people don't, you know, they don't build their decks around expecting an air cavalry like strategy like that, because it's not used a lot. A lot of people, whenever I use air cav strategies on people, especially in 82nd, people don't necessarily expect it. They expect either a helo rush or like just trickling down of helicopters, like sort of like one at a time maybe, but they don't expect you to get an entire platoon of them, of like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. But once you get up into those higher numbers of them, you can really do damage. Now, this was his deck. So you notice here, he had only 10 AA pieces that were effective at stopping helicopters, and what can I say? It was a mistake, clearly. Now, you might look at this and you'd be like, 3 cards of AA, all that AA is pretty solid. But if there's somebody like me out there and you get matched up against me and I'm trying to do something like this to you, I'm going to have my way with you. And there's almost nothing you can do to stop it. Aside from deploying all of your AA at the start and just letting me get to like 1,500 points on top of you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just one of the decks that you can play air cavalry tactics like that in. Another very good deck for it is actually Format. Format's really good with air cav tactics. Of course, 82nd. 82nd is the shining star of this. Well, not as much as VDV is. I think the VDV is really better built for it because your heavy hogs, your Cobras aren't armored, which is a massive issue. But you make back for it, and with the Apache AT capabilities, it's autocannon. Anyways, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys have a good one. Goodbye.